Condenser and its types. In this video, we are going to see what is a condenser, what are its types, comparison between those types and their applications. Let us begin. Now, what is a condenser? Condenser is an important component of any refrigeration system. In refrigeration condenser, the refrigerant enters the condenser. It is then condensed by rejecting heat to an external medium. The refrigerant may leave the condenser as a saturated or a subcooled liquid depending upon the temperature of the external medium. This is the representation of what happens to the refrigerant when it enters the condenser or when it passes through the condenser. Now let us see the working of a condenser. Each condenser has three separate phases. The first stage is called de-superheating. The vapor entering the condenser is already overheated and is under excessive pressure in the evaporator and compressor. De-superheating means taking the heat out of the vapor and turning it into a liquid. The next level is the changing or condensation state. Much heat continues to be lost in this state, where we reach 10% of the refrigerant as vapor and 90% as liquid. The third and final stage is the subcooling stage. The subcooling stage is there to ensure that even rising temperatures do not cause the liquid refrigerant to vaporize again. Types of condenser. The first type is air-cooled condenser, second water-cooled condenser, and the third is evaporative condenser. Air-cooled condenser, as the name implies, in air-cooled condensers, air is the external fluid, that is the refrigerant rejects heat to air flowing over the condenser. Air-cooled condensers can be classified as natural convection and forced convection type. First, natural convection type. In natural convection type, heat transfer from the condenser is by buoyancy-induced natural convection and radiation. Since the flow rate of air is small and the radiation heat transfer is also not very high, the combined heat transfer coefficient in this condenser is small. As a result, a relatively large condensing surface is required to reject a given amount of heat. Applications of these are household refrigerators and freezers. The natural convection type condensers are either plate surface type or fin tube type.
Created using Powtoon.